A very good morning, class. I'm your history teacher, and I'm here to begin a new chapter today, the Mauryan Empire. We already had a small introduction. During the June class, we had a small intro about what the chapter is all about and what are we going to study. See, it's very important that you connect from the past, and that's what history teaches you. Connect from the past, learn about the things that have happened in the past, come to a conclusion, derive a conclusion, and plan for the future. This is what is the basic aim of history. See, we'll see about the Mauryan Empire, how did it got established, what were the regions that Chandragupta Maurya, founder of Mauryan Empire, became the greatest king and ruled for nearly the longest period in the history of India, and who he helped by, who helped him to be such a great king, and with whom did he fight, or who were his enemies, how did he conquer them, what happened to those powers who were actually in the power during those times, how did they get away. So all these plannings, all these things that have happened in the past, that we'll see in the Mauryan Empire. A small introduction first. The Mauryan Empire, even known to be as Iron Age, this period or this era of the Mauryan Empire is known to be an Iron Age era. The period is 322 to 185 BC. 322 to 185. Founded by Chandragupta Maurya in the year 321 BC. Capital city of the Mauryan Empire was Patliputra. The modern name of Patliputra is Patna. And the area where this kingship or the kingdom was set up was something around 5 million square kilometers. 5 million square kilometers. So, maintaining such a big area is not an easy task. Such big area means such big armies were required. Troops were required. So the king had to manage everything. The revenue sources, the war fronts, and the huge army, and to take the best care of the subjects, the people. This Patliputra or Patna is situated on the base of river Ganga. That is why the area near the Patliputra are very fertile one, or the Gangetic plain are basically very fertile one, which is very good for the crop production. Which is very good for the crop production. That is why the fertile area actually attracted Chandragupta Maurya to make that particular place its capital, because a great revenue source was detected from the Patliputra regions. Because of the land being very fertile, so whatever was grown, it gave a good amount of output, and the king was having a good handsome income from that particular land. First thing. See, how did the Mauryan Empire come to the power? How did they establish themselves? It's just a conquest that two people with the ideal thought, with the same thought, met on a front and came on a single platform to defeat a king. Now I am talking about the Chandragupta Maurya and Chanakya, the kingmaker. Chandragupta Maurya and kingmaker both met at the northwestern front. Chanakya, who was known to be a kingmaker, he was a great planner, a great administrator. The story says that he had all his full teeth when he was born. And it's a myth or mythology which says that the people who are born with all the teeth when they get the birth, when they are born, if they are born with full teeth, that means they are going to be a big king. So Chanakya's parents were afraid of. They never wanted him to be a leader, they never wanted him to be a king. That is why Chanakya did not follow the path as an administrator, but he became a kingmaker. Means he obeyed his parents, what his parents wanted him to be. They never wanted him to be a king, so they broke the teeth or something was there. The history says as such. And a later part, he became a kingmaker. When he was insulted by Salukas, then both of them were insulted by Chandragupta Maurya and Chanakya. When both of them were insulted by Salukas, they both came together on a single platform and took the pledge that unless and until they defeat the Guptas, the Nandas, they will not sit idle. So they made a proper plan. The proper planning was done how to occupy the North Gangetic Plain or the Northwestern Front. They even asked the help from the Mahajanpadas. Mahajanpadas, on the other hand, were having a clash among themselves. The clash reason was basically there were 16 Mahajanpadas, okay, and they were having a clash among themselves. The reason was very clear that all of them wanted to come to the power. So they all tried to decline the other one. Now this led to a war, an interior war, civil war, of which the Chandragupta and Chanakya took the benefit and merged them into his own team and became a powerful king as a whole. They all together fought with the Nandas and defeated them. And in the year 305 BC, Chandragupta Maurya founded the great Magadha or the Mauryan Empire. In the year 305 BC, he founded the Mauryan Empire. Come to the book now. Chapter number 7, page number, chapter number 7, page number 49. Page number 49. In this chapter, you will study how the Mahajanpadas of Magadha became the center of India's first empire. Now, India's first empire here it means that it is the only imperial system which ruled for such a big period, such a long period. Magadha not only established control over the other Mahajanpadas, but also drew tributes from remote regions beyond the Mahajanpadas. See, one was Mahajanpadas got merged to Chandragupta Maurya or the Mauryan Empire, and they even took the help of the people who were residing in the remotest area of the country. Means they were even asked to be a part of the Mauryan Empire. With all sort of greed, with all sort of goodness, they were asked, they were attracted. It thus became the center of an empire whose military strength was acknowledged by all and nobody dared to challenge it. As a result, when the Mahajanpadas got merged to the Mauryan Empire, it became so powerful that all the neighboring states or the countries feared to take any clash or feared to take any war against the Mauryan Empire. Because they became so powerful, the troops, the army was so large that nobody even dared to attack the Mauryan Empire. This powerful empire was established by Chandragupta Maurya. It began to take shape shortly after Alexander's invasion in northwestern India. See, Alexander, a Greek ruler, was heading towards the northwestern front, but he could not go ahead because his soldiers got tired and they were afraid of the Magadha Empire. So he left his governors over there and he went back. Now, slowly and steadily, when the Chandragupta Maurya came to the power, he occupied that particular party. Foundation. How was the foundation led? Around the time of Alexander's invasion, one of the Nanda rulers, who was unpopular for his cruelty, forced Chandragupta, a brave warrior of the Maurya tribe, to leave Magda. See, it was Nanda rulers who were very cruel, who were very dishonest type. They did not pay any respect to humanity. So as a result, they forced Chandragupta Maurya to leave the Magda, of which he did not like. Chandragupta did not like. But he took a pledge that he will form a bigger army, bigger military system than the Chandragupta, than the Nandas, and will take the revenge. So he took a refugee. Refugee is basically who does not live in a particular place. He was living near the northwestern front only, and there he met Chanakya. And he, along with the Chanakya, he planned and made a big army, bigger than what the Nandas had, and attacked them. On the other hand, Nanda was betrayed by, or disobeyed by, insulted by the Salukas, Nanda rulers, Salukas. Chanakya went to just inform that the western fronts are about to attack us, so it's time to defend our country. But he was insulted with all sort of cruelty, which he did not like. And he, along with Chandragupta, formed a group, and the big military system was formed, and then they took their revenge. There is a story about Chanakya that he used to have long hairs. He opened up his hairs just to say that, just to take a pledge that unless and until he defeats the Nandas, he will not tie his hair. This was his something as pledge that he took. So Chanakya was a kingmaker. He actually prepared Chandragupta Maurya. He taught them all the traits that a king should have, or a king must have. What are the qualities that a person should possess to be a king? So all the basic elements of a kingship was taught by Chanakya or Kautilya. The history renounces Kautilya as a kingmaker. He himself did not, he never been a king, but he was certainly a good kingmaker. His philosophies, his principles were an ideal one and were respected by all. Here he met a wise Brahmin, Chanakya, also known as Kautilya. With Chanakya's help, Chandragupta overthrew Nandas and established the Mauryan dynasty in 321 BC. 321 BC, this Chandragupta Maurya established or founded the Magadha or the Mauryan Empire. Chandragupta overthrew the Nandas and established the Mauryan dynasty in 321 BC. He set up his capital at Patliputra, that is modern Patna. Where did he set the capital? At Patliputra. Class, I will put a stop over here. In the next class, we shall see about Chandragupta Maurya. Who was he? When was he born? What all were his political achievements? What all were his achievement as a king? That we'll see in the next class. So your homework is to just read and come. Read the chapter, page number 49 and 50, and come for the next class. Thank you, class.